So typically I film makeup looks when I'm going to work, as crazy as that sounds, I know, because I'm known as the person who films night looks for you. However, I am filming at night, and this look is specifically for night. So this is typically what I wear if I'm either bartending at night or going out with friends, and there are no makeup rules at night or when you're going out with friends, as much as there is in the daytime. So putting on the glitz, wearing a little bit more of intense, fun, vibrant colors that I may not purposefully opt for in the daylight. Glitter, which I purposefully don't opt for in broad daylight. It's a little extreme even for me in the daylight. But I wanted to have a lot of fun and possibly even film something for you that you can wear purposefully to go out to a club or whatever else, wherever else you want to go. I don't think I have a look that's purposefully set aside for going out to a club or anything like that. So I don't think I have any glitter looks on this channel, and I was very inspired by this Urban Decay 15th Anniversary palette, which is lovingly and shockingly lightweight. I'm not sure if this is available anymore. It really wasn't for me. I got this off of eBay, and I'll put the seller in the bottom bar because it's 100% feedback, and she has some Urban Decay items that are discontinued. So yeah, I'll do a blog post review of this as soon as I can, and I'm going to apologize for some of the lighting in this video right away because the sun is setting right now. So either way, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I had a lot of fun putting it together. This is really kind of dates back to some old looks I used to do before I started filming on YouTube, which involved a lot of extreme dark eyes. And a lot of blues and greens and some glitter perhaps. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this look, and thanks for watching. Alright, so for the start of the look, I'm going to take NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Electric Blue, and it's just a smooth, creamy blue that does have a slight kind of chunky glitter to it, which will kind of show up a little bit through the colors. I kind of like that, so we're just going to blend that out. Now for the arch of the brow, I'm going to be taking NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and we're just going to highlight the arch. And then the same thing for the inner tear duct as well. Now last year I didn't get any of the 15th anniversary set stuff. I wanted some of the 15th anniversary set stuff, but it was like gone from my area, and I think Sephora.com. I don't know if that was a winter issue, but I did get this off of eBay. If any of you are wondering where I got it, I could put a link to the seller down below if you'd like. But this is the genuine article. And she has like 100% feedback, so I rarely buy off of eBay, but she had genuine feedback. So for the color I'm going to start off with Vanilla, which is of course Urban Decay's version of vanilla. It's a lot yellower and creamier than Vanilla Pigment from M.I.A. So I actually really like this palette. Is super lightweight. Awesome. I didn't expect it to be lightweight. And I'm just going to take the Urban Decay Good Karma brush that came with Naked 2, but the blending brush is sold separately, not the crease blending duo though. So I'm just going to blend that out on the arch of the brow bone. Basically just setting the pencil. It almost kind of mimics the color of Too Faced Shadow Insurance in Candlelight as well, so. Now for the crease shade, I'm going to be taking M.I.A, which is that chocolatey brown, kind of glittery fun. I'm so sorry about the lighting in here. I really hate it when the sun is setting. But I'm going to be taking this up on the Good Karma crease brush, which I actually really like this brush. I never bought one because they're kind of expensive, but now that I know I like it, I might. I'm just gonna blend out the crease using M.I.A. And once I got the color in, I'm not gonna worry if it gets kind of harsh on the crease. I just want it to stay, or harsh on the lid. I'm gonna just make sure it stays soft in the crease because we're gonna overlap the lid anyways. but I'm going to make sure that I blend that out with rotation circles. Make sure the crease stays soft if anything else. Do not worry about the lid. If anything, layering on the lid just creates like a watercolor masterpiece. Now for the deep socket, I'm taking a little bit more M.I.A. and the blender, and we're just going to blend that out on the deep socket and get it really dark, which is of course that space that has already hit the lid. Trying to keep the actual crease itself lighter blended. I don't want to have to worry about buffing back and forth with the crease or trying to erase any lines. I always like to try to keep the crease delicate. Now for the lid, I'm going to take a little bit of Deep End, which is that really kind of bright, dark teal. Basically the lineup that has color in it. So Deep End. If you don't have this, take any teal. I used to have more teals. I went on like a I don't know, 10, 20 pan teal. I won't buy extravaganza for like 2 years. So now that I have some new cruelty-free and vegan teals, I'm good to go. So just gonna blend that all over the lid, doing mostly patting motions of course, because it's a dark shade. And I'm just going to get that all over the lid. This is just a flat, kind of small crease brush, so it works well to keep you under the crease. Just remove any pigment that may have fallen out. When you're working with Urban Decay shadows, it's not that they're poor quality, but because they're glittery and pigmented, you will have some fallout, so I wouldn't do any foundation. Now I'm going to be taking a little bit of Evidence, which is just this sort of navy blue. I don't think I've ever purchased a good higher end version of a navy blue, just because Wet n Wild has put so many in palettes. I'm going to take that up on the blender, and we're just going to pop this into the deep socket on top of M.I.A. We're just going to begin blending. Now you may not get the most pigmentation with a vegan blending brush, depending on if you're heavy-handed or whatever. But that'll work well so that the line isn't harsh. Just going to do little rotation circles and try to buff that into the brown, and then I feel I've pulled my line down too far of Evidence, so I'm just going to plop on a little bit of Deep End right on top. Now this part's optional because it's going to get darker, so we're going to add a little bit of Blackout, which is also a Naked palette too. So if you have all these colors and Naked palette too, then pretty good to go. So the only two colors that you need outside of Naked palette too would be a green and a blue. So I'm going to be taking that on a flat brush, sorry, non-tutorial eye, flat brush. And we're just going to pat that all over the back of the eyelid. And then just sort of barely kind of like flick it in, whip it in, so it kind of blends in together. And if you need to, just take the other side of your flat brush, the slightly cleaner side, and blend on a little bit of Deep End to pull that green back through, just so you have a little bit of the shadowing of Blackout. Alright, so this part's optional because it's going to get a little stickier. We're going to use Glamour Doll Eyes Foil Me Base, and this is going to go all over the eyelid. Pat it down, quickly move to the other eye. Now normally I clean off the doe foot applicator before putting it back. Now normally I let this dry when I'm putting just a basic colored eyeshadow on top, but in this case I don't want it to be too dry. Now I really tried to avoid taking as many products on here that aren't certified, Leaping Bunny and whatnot, but I'm going to be taking the MAC Pigment in Reflex Teal, and we're going to pop that all over Foil Me base. And I got this in 2009. It just takes a million years to go through pigments, or any makeup for that matter. So we're just going to pop this all over the lid. You could take whatever other pigment you have. If you have anything from Lit Cosmetics, take that. Take what you got. It's not necessary to go out and always buy something new. Just take what you got. Alright, so brightens up the look. Now I just retouched the crease with Blackout. And I did pull the glitter up a bit with just my finger. Now I know you've seen a lot of tutorials on YouTube where a lot of people will say don't let the glitter go over the crease. This is not really a cut crease look at all. It's very blendy, so I definitely wanted to make sure it kind of flowed organically. So I definitely did that. We're going to clean up any fallout with makeup remover and get to the rest of it. I know it's no longer New Year's or Christmas, but it is winter, so I think it's still fair to bust out your glitter. Now for the tear ducts, I'm just going to retouch that up with milk because I've pretty much removed all of it by now. And we're just going to pop that up with my finger, blend it out. Now at this point in the game, you can choose to take a light blue in the inner tear duct. I think that would be gorgeous if you have one. But I'm going to be taking a little bit of vanilla. At this point in the game, you probably want a clean brush. So I'm just going to be taking the Dellium Tools 781, and we're just going to pop a little bit of vanilla right here in the tear duct. Then just sort of blend it up a little bit. So it sort of meets the brow highlight, so when you turn your head, it's kind of like all connected. So that actually really helps brighten up the eye a lot when you're doing dark looks. Now if you have hooded eyes, you're obviously going to have to tailor make it a bit, but you can still rock fun glittery looks. Now we're going to take a little bit of Urban Decay's 24/7 liquid liner in Perversion, and it's just a matte black, and we're just going to put it on. We're going to start in the center of the eyelid. I feel like that is the best ease of application for starting off a wing, but do whatever works best for you. And we're just going to go in the outer corner and pull it out a little bit. And of course we're going to narrow in, not dipping back into the pen or the well or whatever you want to call it, and then just pull that out toward the center. And you should have a pretty simple quick wing with a few times of practice with those techniques. I think you should get a pretty good winged eyeliner in no time. And just because I'm always rimming my eyes with black liner, I'm going to do the unexpected and rim them with white. I'm going to be taking MAC Fascinating Eye Kohl. And we're just going to go over the waterline a few times just to get a very nice, clean, crisp white waterline. Blended anything that fell below the lash line with my finger out. You can always go over that with eyeshadow in another color. It should go on pretty easily since the white's already there as a base. Now you don't have to set the waterline with eyeshadow if you don't want to. I'm saying this because I know it's an eye irritant for many. So instead we're just going to go below the lash line with eyeliner. I feel like this works pretty well as a substitution is to do another color or another type of pencil underneath. So I'm just going to be taking the Berry M pencil in number 6. It's just a kohl pencil. If you need to warm it up on your skin, you can do a little bit of that first. It's basically just the color we'll be using. So, because it is a drugstore pencil, I do recommend warming it up on your hand first, and that should help do the trick. And get as much color as you can on the lower lash line without pressing into your eye. So I'm just going to go like that. I'm just going to let this serve as a base. I'm going to put an eyeshadow on top. Yeah, definitely once you use it once, it's a little easier. So once I rolled it under this eye, it was ready to go on this eye. So Yeah, should just warm it up a little more maybe. But for underneath the eye, I'm going to be taking a little bit of Evidence, which is that bright blue, and I'm going to reincorporate this bright blue back into the look. And I feel like when you do a little bit of a blue liner to work with teal, it really enhances the look, gives it a little something. So I'm just taking the Delling Tools brush in 781 and blending it out all over the Berry M Eye Kohl. This is a little bit of a messy smudge. I really want it to be a little smokier than what I'd normally go for, since we're already sort of going outside the box with this look. At least for me, I don't typically do glitter. I'm just gonna clean up any excess eyeshadow. For lashes, we're going to make sure that we have more mascara on the bottom than the top, simply just because I'm putting false eyelashes on the top. So I'm going to be right back once the Too Faced Size Queen mascara is all over my lashes. Now, because there's so much and a bit going on with the eyes, we're going to keep the face matte, and I'm going to take Illamasqua Powder Blush in Hussy, and I'm just going to take the e.l.f. stippling brush, and we're going to place that at the back of the hairline. Keep it back just so that it doesn't become the focal point of the look. You can opt for a bright color just like I'm doing. Just go in with a touch of it. Now for additional highlight, we're going to keep this sparse though. I'm going to take the MAC Iridescent Loose Powder in Silver Dusk, which was one of my favorites, but I've just kind of opted for more soft highlights these days. But I'm just going to pop this just at the back. I still like the powder, I just have been going for more soft highlights. Heavier eyes and softer highlights. I think because I went neutral on the eyes, I kind of upplayed the blush for a while. So just a little bit of that if you want a little extra to hit the light. For the edges, we're just going to add definition. And this is, sorry, Urban Decay's Illegal. I have yet to replace my light pinks with a non-MAC one, so I'm just going to be taking Saint Germain. Any light pink will do. I'm not one that likes to waste money on products I already own, so from time to time you'll see me, if you're new to my channel, using something for a color reason. I want my lips to be very mermaidy, so I'm going to be taking a little bit of Lorax Multiplex 30 Lip Gloss in Cliché, and this lip gloss used to be the love of my life. It still is, I don't know about their cruelty-free stuff, so I don't try to use it a lot. And I'm just going to put this through the center. It smells a little odd, but the look is worth it, so it's not too bad. It's almost kind of just like soft soap smell, so you can't taste it though. So I'm going to just fix my hair. I hope you have a good day. I hope this was fun, and thank you for watching.